Dear Aries, if the last few days have felt strange, like the ground under your feet keeps shifting just slightly, like your emotions are running one step ahead of your logic, you are not imagining it. Something big is stirring in your chart, and the next 5 days, August 3rd through August 7th, 2026, are about to bring it all to the surface. This is not a quiet week. This is a week where decisions you've been avoiding get forced into the light, where people show their true colours, and where your own instincts finally start speaking louder than your doubts. Before we go any further, if you're an Aries watching this right now, hit that like button. It genuinely helps this channel reach more fire signs who need to hear this today. Subscribe if you want to stay ahead of these cosmic shifts before they hit. And down in the comments, I want every Aries watching to type, "I'm ready," if you feel like this week is about to change something in your life. Let's get into exactly what's coming for you, day by day, because trust me, you're going to want to hear all of it. Part 1. The cosmic pressure building behind the scenes, Aries. To understand why nothing has felt normal lately, you have to understand what's happening on an energetic level before we even touch the day-by-day breakdown. You're a cardinal fire sign. You are wired to initiate, to move, to act first and think later if you have to. But the last stretch of weeks has forced you into a strange holding pattern, waiting on other people's timelines, waiting on answers that haven't come, waiting on a situation to resolve itself when every instinct in your body has been screaming at you to just move already. That tension has been building, and it hasn't had anywhere to go. That's exactly why this week feels different. The pressure that's been quietly accumulating is finally going to find release, and it's going to happen fast. This isn't random. Mars, your ruling planet, has been forming a series of charged angles that build toward a head this week. And when Mars gets activated in your chart, you don't get subtle nudges, you get wake-up calls. Add to that a Mercury dynamic that's been muddying communication for the last several days, making conversations feel like they go in circles instead of forward, and you have the perfect storm for that nothing feels normal sensation. You've probably noticed conversations lately that end with more confusion than clarity, plans that keep shifting at the last minute, or a nagging feeling that you're not getting the full story from someone close to you. That fog starts lifting this week, but not gently. It lifts because something happens that forces clarity. There's also a deeper layer here worth naming honestly. You've been sitting on a decision. Maybe it's about a relationship, maybe it's about work, maybe it's about a living situation or a friendship that's outgrown its shape. You've known for a while what you actually want to do, but something, fear of conflict, fear of being wrong, fear of disappointing someone, has kept you frozen. Aries, that freeze breaks this week, not because the universe is being cruel, but because it's time. The next 5 days aren't designed to scare you. They're designed to finally move you forward after weeks of feeling stuck in place. Keep that in mind as we go day by day, because every single day this week builds toward that release. Part 2. Monday, August 3rd and Tuesday, August 4th. The tension peaks. Monday kicks off with a noticeable shift in your energy the moment you wake up. You might feel restless, almost itchy in your own skin, like your body knows something is about to happen before your mind catches up. This is a day where patience is going to be tested, especially in your closest relationships. If there's someone in your life who has been avoiding a real conversation with you, dodging your calls, giving vague answers, changing the subject whenever things get serious, Monday is the day that avoidance becomes impossible to ignore. You will notice it more sharply than usual, and honestly, Aries, you're not going to want to let it slide anymore. Work and daily responsibilities also take on extra weight on Monday. There's a strong chance a task or project that's been sitting in limbo suddenly demands your attention with a deadline attached. Don't panic. This pressure is actually working in your favor because it forces you to make a decision you've been putting off simply because there was no urgency before. Now there is, and you'll surprise yourself with how quickly you move once you're finally forced to. Tuesday intensifies things further. This is when the tension from Monday reaches something close to a boiling point. You may find yourself in a direct confrontation, not necessarily a dramatic blow-up, but a moment where you finally say the thing you've been holding back. Aries, this is important. Don't swallow your words today just to keep the peace. The peace you'd be keeping isn't real peace anyway. It's just silence sitting on top of a problem. Speaking up on Tuesday, even if your voice shakes a little, is going to relieve a pressure valve that's been building for weeks. There's also a strong financial or resource-related theme running through Tuesday. You might get news about money, an unexpected bill, a delayed payment, or on the flip side, an opportunity to earn more than expected. Whatever shows up, don't make any big commitments in the heat of the moment. Let the information land, sit with it overnight, and make your move on Wednesday when your head is clearer. These 2 days are essentially the setup, the pressure cooker moment before the release valve opens later in the week. Stay grounded, stay honest, and don't let frustration make your decisions for you. Part 3, Wednesday, August 5th, the turning point. Wednesday is the day everything pivots, Aries. If Monday and Tuesday were about pressure building, Wednesday is about that pressure finally finding somewhere to go. And in most cases, it goes somewhere productive. You wake up with a clarity you haven't felt in days, almost like a fog lifting overnight. Whatever confusion or hesitation had you stuck earlier in the week starts to dissolve, and you find yourself thinking, okay, I know what I need to do now. This is a powerful day for making a decision you've been avoiding. Whether it involves ending something that's run its course, finally committing to something you've been circling for weeks, or setting a boundary with someone who's been testing your limits. Wednesday gives you the courage and the timing to act. Don't overthink it once the clarity hits. Aries energy works best when it moves quickly after a decision is made, and today, hesitation will only let the old fog creep back in. Relationships take center stage on Wednesday as well. If you felt distant from a partner, a close friend, or even a family member, expect a conversation that cuts through the surface-level pleasantries and gets to what's actually going on underneath. This could be an emotionally charged exchange, but it's ultimately a healing one. People are more likely to be honest with you today than they have been in weeks, partly because you're giving off an energy that makes it clear you're done accepting half-truths. Use that. Ask the direct questions you've been avoiding. You'll get real answers. On a personal level, Wednesday also brings a boost of confidence that's been missing lately. You might catch yourself standing a little taller, speaking a little more directly, taking up space you'd been shrinking away from. This isn't arrogance, it's recalibration. You're simply remembering who you are after a stretch of weeks that had you questioning yourself. Pay attention to any spontaneous idea or gut instinct that pops up midday. It's likely pointing you toward exactly where you need to go next. This is the hinge point of the entire 5-day stretch, so whatever you decide or say today will set the tone for how the rest of the week, and honestly, the rest of the month, unfolds for you. Part 4, Thursday, August 6th, Momentum and Movement. After Wednesday's turning point, Thursday brings momentum, Aries, and this is where your natural fire finally gets some room to breathe. Whatever decision or conversation happened the day before starts producing visible results today. If you set a boundary, you'll notice the other person respecting it, or revealing that they never actually deserved your patience in the first place, which is its own kind of clarity. If you committed to something new, today is when the first real steps forward become available to you. This is an excellent day for taking action on practical matters. Sending that email you've drafted 3 times, making the phone call you've been putting off, or finally starting the project that's been sitting on your to-do list. Your energy on Thursday is direct, efficient, and refreshingly free of the second guessing that's been slowing you down. Trust it. When Aries energy is running clean like this, overthinking only gets in the way. Social connections also light up on Thursday. You might reconnect with someone from your past, receive an unexpected message, or find yourself pulled toward a group setting where new opportunities are discussed. Stay open here. A passing comment from a friend or acquaintance could point you toward information you genuinely need, whether that's about a job opportunity, a place to live, or even just a piece of advice that reframes a problem you've been stuck on. Watch for a tendency to move too fast today, though. Thursday's momentum is a gift, but Aries has a well-known habit of sprinting ahead without checking the terrain. If a decision involves other people, a shared living situation, a joint financial matter, a group project, take 30 seconds to consider their perspective before you charge forward. You don't need to slow down completely. You just need to bring other people along with you instead of leaving them behind. Do that, and Thursday becomes one of the most productive, satisfying days of your entire month, not just this 5-day window. The frustration that defined the start of the week is now converting into real, visible progress, and you'll feel proud of how far you've come in just a few short days. Part 5. Friday, August 7th. Resolution and relief. Friday closes out this 5-day stretch with a sense of resolution that you've genuinely earned, Aries. The chaos, the tension, the confrontations, the breakthroughs, they all lead here to a day where things finally start to settle into a new, better normal. This isn't the same normal you had before the week started, though. It's an upgraded version, one where you're standing in more truth, more clarity, and more alignment with what you actually want. Emotionally, Friday brings relief. If you've been carrying stress in your body, tight shoulders, a clenched jaw, restless sleep, you'll notice it start to ease as the day goes on. This is your nervous system finally catching up to the fact that the hardest part of the week is behind you. Give yourself permission to actually enjoy this relief instead of immediately searching for the next problem to solve. Aries can be so quick to move to the next challenge that you forget to acknowledge the ones you've already handled. Relationships feel warmer on Friday, especially if there was friction earlier in the week. Whether it's a partner, a friend, or a family member, expect a moment of genuine reconnection. Maybe an apology, maybe a shared laugh that breaks the remaining tension, maybe just a quiet understanding that things are okay between you now. If you're single, Friday's social energy is playful and magnetic. Don't be surprised if someone new catches your attention or an old flame resurfaces with different intentions this time around. Financially and professionally, Friday is a good day to review what happened over the week and set your intentions for what comes next. You've likely gained new information about money, about a work situation, about your own priorities, and Friday gives you the calm headspace to actually process it instead of reacting to it. This is a natural closing chapter, Aries. Use it to reflect, to breathe, and to acknowledge just how much shifted in only 5 days. You walked into Monday feeling unsettled and unsure. You're walking out of Friday with clarity, direction, and a version of yourself that trusted its own instincts even when it was uncomfortable to do so. Part 6. What this week means for your bigger picture. Zooming out, Aries, this 5-day window is more than just a rough patch followed by relief. It's a preview of a pattern that's going to keep showing up for you in the coming months. You are being trained, in a sense, to trust your instincts faster and to stop tolerating situations that don't feel right just because they're familiar. Every confrontation this week, every moment of forced clarity, every decision you finally made after weeks of hesitation. These are all rehearsals for bigger versions of the same lesson that are still ahead of you. Pay close attention to the specific area of life where this week hit hardest for you. If it was a relationship, expect relationship themes to keep resurfacing over the next several weeks until you've fully integrated the boundary or the honesty you found this week. If it was financial, expect more opportunities and more tests around how you handle money and resources. The universe tends to repeat lessons in slightly different packaging until you've truly absorbed them. So don't be surprised if a similar situation, different people, same underlying dynamic, shows up again before the month is out. This time, though, you'll recognize it faster and you'll handle it with far less hesitation. This week is also recalibrating your relationship with conflict itself. Aries, you're not someone who's naturally afraid of conflict, but recent weeks may have had you second-guessing that part of yourself, tiptoeing around issues instead of addressing them head-on. This 5-day stretch reminded you that direct honesty, even when it's uncomfortable, gets you to resolution far faster than avoidance ever does. That's a lesson worth holding on to well beyond this week. Finally, notice how your confidence shifted from Monday to Friday. That shift wasn't luck. It was you responding to pressure the way you're built to respond, with action, with honesty, and with a refusal to stay stuck. Carry that energy forward. The next few weeks are going to reward the version of you that showed up this week. Decisive, direct, and finally done waiting around for permission to move. So there you have it, Aries, the real reason nothing has felt normal lately, and exactly how these 5 days rewrite the story. You went from tension and confusion on Monday to clarity, confrontation, momentum, and finally relief by Friday. This wasn't a random rough patch. It was a necessary reset, one that's setting you up for a stronger, more honest chapter ahead. If this described your week a little too accurately, let me know in the comments exactly which day hit you the hardest. I read every single one, and I love seeing how these patterns show up differently for each of you. If you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed, because next week brings another major shift, and you do not want to miss how it connects to everything we just covered. Give this video a like if you're ready to move forward with the clarity you gained this week, and share it with any fellow Aries in your life who's been feeling like nothing makes sense lately. They need to hear this just as much as you did. Stay bold, stay honest, and I'll see you in the next one.